Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Hokies headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Arch to throw. Out wide right, it's Coleman. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They give it back to him. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To throw, Manning. On the left side, here's Coleman. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Got his man in the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And you've already seen this QB, Benz. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make them.
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the single back. They were all over it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just feeds the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll run him again. Stop right there.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. Between the hashes, it's Craver. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second down, gonna throw it. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Right side, it's Coleman. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
At midfield, he's got room. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football...
Oh, and they blocked it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for room. It's Overton. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off-play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The hand to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Really nice play called by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Quarterback decides, let's think this fourth down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for room. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Arch is going to throw for it. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Second down to the air. Backs got it on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these DNs are licking their chops. And you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. Just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on third down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. 4th down, Manning. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Manning to the air again. Out wide left, it's Henderson. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Longhorn. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Takes a handoff. It's Wallace. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Going with the ground game left. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
3rd and long right here. To throw, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the red zone, it's Henderson. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Going right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's run out of bounds at the 41, and he was oh so close to breaking that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Wallace. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd and long here. Selling the fake. Look out! And he never had a chance.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Escapes the pressure to his right. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing Manning. Looking down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Baker. Got it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Drives inside. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Arch Madness. Rushes on. Looking deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Right side, it's Overton. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 13 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Aggies who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Stepping to the right. Lets it fly. Working on the right. Turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen?
Touchdown, Hokies! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. And now on second down for this offense. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Oh, he's got some space. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Tells the run, wants to pass. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Baker. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. He wants it all. To the end zone and is picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. There he goes. He's past the marker. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. And the pummeling has started.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TV.
Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Cuts it upfield. It's Overton. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Longhorns! A pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Really disciplined. By the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's going to run it. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Oh, a lot of space. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50...
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Under pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Sets his feet. It's Manning. They're all over him. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Russell. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is... Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And this one is good, and it's been anything but easy for him.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, five of them might have been in this game.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers picked off. What a play to set them up. He'll try to take it back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Ready, go. Tough run here. It's Smothers. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to pass on second down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. The Hokies will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks it in. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for space. It smothers.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Caught in the backfield, it's Winston. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Still looking to his right. Here's a throw downfield late. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Follows his blocks. It's Overton.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Hard running there. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go.